Dear students, in this video we will discuss important 2-mark questions for the exam. First question, finding sum of n terms of the given AP. Here first question I will solve. Next question is for your practice. So for the first question, we'll write down the given AP. The given AP is here 2, 7, 12. That is 2, 7, 12 and goes on. Here we need to find out the first term A, then the common difference D. The first term of the given AP is 2. Then the common difference is found out by difference of any two consecutive number. I'll take A2 minus A1. A2 here is 7 minus 2 will give you 5. So D equals 5. The common difference is 5. The first term is 2. So we need to find out sum of 20 terms. So n equals 20. Now we'll write down Sn formula. Sn equals n by 2 into 2 times A plus n minus 1 into D. So yes, n equals, substitute the value of n, A and D will give you n is 20 by 2 into 2 times A value is 2 plus n value is 20 minus 1 into D is 5. Now Sn equals 20 by 2 will give you 10. 10 into 2 into 2 is 4 plus 20 minus 1 is 19 into 5. So Sn equals 10 into 4 plus 19 times 5 will give you 95. Sn equals 10 times 4 plus 95 will give you 99. Now Sn equals 10 times 99 will give you 990. Therefore sum of 20 terms is 990. So similar question is for your practice. So second question, finding the number of terms of the given AP. So it's same way I'll solve first question. Now we'll write down the given AP. The given AP is 7, 13, 19 and they are given last term as 205. Now in the same way we need to find out the value of A equals the first term, D is the common difference and here the last term A n, then we need to find out the value of n. So A is 7, then D is A2 minus A1, that is 13 minus 7 will give you 6. So the last term is 205, that is an. So we need to find out the value of n. Now we'll write down nth term formula. An equals A plus n minus 1 times D. Now substitute the value of an, that is 205, and value of A is 7 plus value of n we should find out as it is into D is 6. Now shift the value of plus 7 to LHS, it becomes minus 7 equals n minus 1 times 6. 205 minus 7 will give you 198. So n minus 1 into 6. Now bring down 6 to LHS of denominator, that is 198 by 6 equals n minus 1. So we need to divide 198 by 6. So 6 times 3 will give you 18. The remainder is 1. Bring down 8. So again 6 3s are 18. So we got quotient as 33. So 198 by 6 is 33 equals n minus 1. Now shift this minus 1 to LHS. What will get? 33 plus 1. Therefore, value of n is 34. The number of terms of the given AP is 34. So next question, proving 5 plus root 2 is irrational. Similar question for your practice. So to the contrary, we'll assume 5 plus root 2 as rational number. So rational number will be of the form P by Q. Therefore, 5 plus root 2 equals P by Q. That is a fraction form, where P and Q are integers. P and Q belongs to Z. Q should not be equal to 0. The important condition, Q should not be equal to 0. Now keep the root element, that is root 2 equals P by Q, then shift this plus 5 towards RHS. Plus 5 shifting will give you minus 5. That is root 2 equals, now taking LCM will give you P minus 5Q by Q. Therefore, root 2 is rational because P minus 5Q by Q is rational, but we know that root 2 is irrational number. Therefore, what I'll do now, root 2 P minus 5Q, and again I'll write down root 2. This implies root 2 is rational because P minus 5Q by Q is rational, but root 2 is irrational number. Therefore, this leads to contradiction because of our incorrect assumption. Therefore, 5 plus root 2 is irrational. So, I can say that 5 plus root 2 is irrational number. Fourth question, we need to find out the roots of the quadratic equation by quadratic formula method. So, I will write down the quadratic equation of the first question. X square minus 7x plus 12 equals 0. The first step is finding out the value of a, b and c. A is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, then c is the constant. A value is 1, b is minus 7, c is 12. Now I'll write down the quadratic formula. X equals minus b plus or minus square root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now substitute the value of a, and b and c in the quadratic formula. B value is minus 7 plus or minus. So again b value is minus 7 whole square minus 4 times a value is 1 into c value is 12 over 2 times a value is 1. Therefore, x equals minus into minus plus 7 plus or minus square root of minus 7 whole square will give you 49. That is minus 7 into minus 7 is 49. Then 4 times 1 is 4 into 12 is 48 over 2 times 1 is 2. X equals 7 plus or minus 49 minus 48 is 1 by 2. X equals 7 plus or minus square root of 1 is 1 over 2. I'll take plus value and minus value separately. 7 plus 1 by 2, or x equals 7 minus 1 by 2. X equals 7 plus 1 is 8 over 2, or x equals 7 minus 1 is 6 by 2. X equals 8 by 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. So x equals 4, or x equals 6 by 2 is 3. So x equals 3. The roots are x equals 4 and x equals 3. Now the fifth question, 2-mark question from trigonometry based on identities. Now we'll solve first question. So given LHS is 1 plus tan square A into 1 minus sin A into 1 plus sin A. This is the LHS. Now for this question we have to use two important identities. 1 plus tan square A equals secant square A. Then one more identity is sin square A plus cos square A equals 1. Otherwise cos square A plus sin square A equals 1. Now 1 plus tan square A into 1 minus sin A into 1 plus sin A, it is of the form A plus B, A minus B, which is equal to A square minus B square. Value of A is 1, value of B is sin A. So it becomes 1 square minus sin square A. So as it is 1 plus tan square A into 1 square is 1 minus sin square A. Now 1 plus tan square A is secant square A into 1 minus sin square A can be written as, shift 1 minus sin square A can be written as cos square A. So secant square A can be written as 1 by cos square A. That is, the reciprocal of secant is cos. So cos square will get cancelled. What you get is 1, which is equal to RHS. Finding the midpoint of the line joining the given points. First question I will solve. So I will write down the points 4, minus 3 and 8, minus 5. Now identify the coordinates x1, y1, x2 and y2. x1 becomes 4, y1 is minus 3, x2 is 8, y2 is 5. Now I'll write down the midpoint formula, that is p of x, y equals, just add the coordinates of x and divide it by 2. The same way, add the coordinates of y and divide it by 2. Now substitute the values of x1, y1 and x2. So x2 is 8, x1 is 4 by 2. Then y2 is 5, y1 is minus 3. So 5 minus 3 by 2. Now 8 plus 4 will give you 12 over 2, 5 minus 3 is 2. Now 12 by 2 will give you 6. The same way 2 ones are 2 ones are. So we'll get 6, 1. Therefore, the midpoint of the line joining the given point is 6, 1. Now second question, finding the HCF of the given numbers using Euclid's division algorithm. Now we'll solve. Now I'll write down the numbers 135 and 225. So I need to find out the HCF of 135 and 225. Now we'll solve it stepwise way. So step 1, we need to find out the value of A and B. A is dividend, B is divisor. The greater number becomes A, that is 225. B equals 135. Now divide 225 by 135. So 135 ones are 135. So the remainder is 90. Now the remainder is 90. Quotient is 1. Now Euclid's division algorithm, A equals B into Q plus R. The important condition is R is greater than or equal to 0 and less than B. Now substitute the value of A, B, Q and R, that is 225 equals B is 135 into 1 plus remainder is 90. Now step 2. So considering remainder and dividend of step 1, out of these two numbers, the greater number is 135. So A becomes 135, B equals 90. Now divide 135 by 90. So 90 times 1 is 90. The remainder is 45. Now again by Euclid's division algorithm, A equals B into Q plus R. Now 135 equals 90 into 1 plus 45. Now in step 3, A equals 90, B equals 45. You should continue the step until you get the remainder 0. So divide 90 by 45, I'll get remainder 0. Therefore A equals B into Q plus R. Again substitute the value of A, B, Q and R. Since the remainder is 0 in step 3, we'll stop the process here. Therefore HCF is the dividend of the step 3, that is 45. HCF of 135 and 225 is 45. Now third question, finding the zeros of the given polynomial and verifying the relationship between zeros and the coefficient of the polynomial. Now I'll write down the given polynomial x square plus 14x plus 48. Now the first step is multiply first term and last term, that is x square into 48 will give you 48x square. Now if you multiply, you should get 48x square. If you add, you should get 14x. The numbers are 8x and 6x. 8x into 6x is 48x square. 8x plus 6x is 14x. Now split the middle term 14x as 8x and 6x. Now we should group the terms and we should factorize. Now x square can be written as x into x, 8x I'll write as 8 into x, and 6x, 6 into x. The same way 48 can be written as 6 into 8. Now take down the common factors. The common factor in first group is x and x. That is, if you take x as a common factor, the remaining term is x plus 8. Now 6 is a common factor, the remaining term is x plus 8. Now in this whole term, x plus 8 is the common factor. So if I take out x plus 8, the remaining term is x plus 6. Now equating to 0 will give you x plus 8 equals 0. After shifting, you will get x equals minus 8. In the same way, x equals minus 6. The zeros are minus 8 and minus 6. So alpha equals minus 8, beta equals minus 6. Now verification part, we need to find out the values of a, b and c of the polynomial. So a value is coefficient of x square, that is 1. B is coefficient of x, that is 14. C is 48 constant. Now sum of zeros, that is alpha plus beta. The same way, product of zeros, that is alpha into beta. Now sum of zeros, alpha plus beta is minus b by a. In the same way, product of zeros is c by a. Now substitute the values of alpha and beta. Alpha is minus 8, beta is minus 6 equals, the value of b is 14. Substitute that, you will get 14 minus 14 by 1. So minus 8 minus 6 is minus 14. Minus 14 by 1 is minus 14. Hence verified. In the same way, alpha into beta minus 8 into minus 6 equals, c is 48 over 1. So minus into minus plus, 8 6 are 48. 48 divided by 1 is 48. Hence, the relationship between zeros and coefficient is verified. Fourth question, which is based on the concept of trigonometry. Now we'll solve first question. Now I'll write down the LHS part. Secant A into 1 minus sin A into secant A plus tan A, which is the LHS of the given question. So secant A can be written as 1 by cos A, that is reciprocal of secant A is cos A. In the same way, 1 minus sin A as it is. Now secant A, again it is written in the form of cos, that is 1 by cos A. The ratio of tan A is sin A by cos A. Now 1 by cos A as it is into 1 minus sin A. Now taking the LCM, since the denominators are same, directly I'll add the numerator, that is 1 plus sin A over cos A. One into sin A will give you 1 minus sin A over cos A into 1 plus sin A over cos A. If you look at the numerators, it is of the form a plus b into a minus b, which can be written as a square minus b square. A value is 1, b value is sin A. Now 1 square is 1 minus sin square A divided by cos A into cos A, cos square A. So we have an important identity, sin square A plus cos square A equals 1. Now shift the sin square A to RHS, we will get cos square A equals 1 minus sin square A. Now 1 minus sin square can be written as cos square A divided by cos square A. So we'll get cancelled. We'll get 1, which is equal to RHS. Hence verified.